SUI is the Solana of this bull run. I'm not a financial advisor. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the Bid Boy. Guys, today I want to talk about SUI timber versus Sol timber. Now, if you guys remember, and maybe we can find the clip, Cassie and I kind of we didn't really make a bet. I mean, we kind of did. We said, which one's going to do better? I said Solana would. She said SUI would.
It has already been established that September is SUI timber.
Oh, it's Sol timber versus SUI timber. This is the big Ben versus Cassie competition for September to see which coin has the biggest gains. It's the Sultan versus the Sweetheart.
Is that all right?
Yeah, we're making that official.
We're going to make that official.
That kicks off on September 1st.
Good angle. You got yourself out of that
so
one.
We can do that. Yeah, I think this is good. Because I think SUI is a much better blockchain than Solana, but I think Solana, when it moves, it moves
it's got a lot of volume.
Oh, no. Solana is an upper echelon blockchain as far as usage goes.
So September 1st to the end of the month?
30th.
All right. And this is going to be real fun.
Yeah. So now the question is, which one has done better? Well, it's not even close. We'll put up the numbers. We'll put up a graphic of both of the Sol price for September and the SUI price for September. And you see, SUI has just absolutely freaking crushed it. And the thing is, which one would you choose? If you could only choose one project right now to buy, would you choose Solana or would you choose SUI? And I think that it really all boils down to here is, what is your belief for this cycle, for this bull run, okay? SUI and Solana both had massive run-ups in the beginning of this. The bull trap to the all-time high is what I'm going to call it. The bull trap to an all-time high. How amazing, right? But that does seem like kind of what it was. That wasn't the actual bull run for Bitcoin. That was just a warm-up. The ETF caused it to go up, right? So because of that, projects like Solana and SUI, they crushed it. And a lot of times, I will tell you guys, be careful when you look at projects that have absolutely crushed it, because a lot of times it's hard for them to duplicate those results. Solana is a project that over and over again has proven that it can duplicate those results frequently. And so it has shown that it has been battle tested. I thought it was dead. I did after the FTX stuff. It dropped, and it bounced back. And I think that's something really important. So when we're trying to analyze this over the long term, in my opinion, SUI is the best blockchain by a million miles. There's nothing even close to it. Solana cannot touch it. I am the Sultan of Solana, but you'll find out why that's important in a second. And I can still be the Sultan and make this statement that I'm saying, because from a tech standpoint, you cannot touch what SUI is doing. SUI is doing more transactions per second than any project in history, and it creates projects just to test, stress tests for its blockchain. And what you guys are going to find out is SUI is the Solana of this bull run. SUI is the Solana of this bull run. And I would say Solana is probably going to end up being the Cardano, the ADA of this bull run compared to the last ADA bull run. What do I mean by that? I mean an established project that's been around for an entire cycle now. Look, ADA wasn't around for the entire 2017 cycle, but it was around for the most bullish part, and it went up from, I think, a penny to $1.33 or whatever it was back then. In the next one, it still had incredible results. It went all the way from an average price at times for long stretches in the bear market of 5 cents, all the way to $3, guys. That's a 60x. It's powerful, absolutely phenomenal. What would a 60x be for Solana from its bottom? What was it? Didn't it go all the way down to $9? I don't know. I think it did. I think it went down to $9. We'll just call it $10 for easy math. That would be a $600 Solana. And you can look at the price now and figure out where that's going to be. And I think that when it comes to comparing these two projects and looking at the blockchain that is just far superior, because Solana was what? Far superior to Ethereum in the last bull run. right? And I don't know how the numbers work out exactly, but I do believe that these statements are going to be true. I think that you're going to see that SUI is going to be just like Solana in the last board. It's going to go all the way. Look, it's going to get in the top 5 of altcoins, I think. That is not counting. Look, we can count Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum is going to fall back with the pack at some point. So we can count Ethereum, but obviously USDT and USDC and Bitcoin don't count, right? So that means that right now it would need to pass, I guess, probably Avalanche and ADA and Tron to be in the top 5 of actual altcoins. I mean, that's insane. And I think it's going to do it all the way from in the hundreds. And we've been telling you about SUI forever. I've known about SUI. I've talked about SUI. Of course, you guys know the Duchess of DeFi, Cassie, is the one that a lot of you guys have to thank for these gains you guys are getting right now. We've told you. And so you've got some massive gains here. Look, I think these gains have been so massive for SUI. Solana hasn't really ran. You may want to take some profits in SUI right now and put it in Solana and maybe bounce them back and forth based on what is pumping, okay? But I do think that what's important is, you guys know I am the Sultan of Solana. The thing is, it's a culture thing. Solana is a culture. And I think that's what I really saw here at Token 2049 and walking around outside and seeing pictures of Breakpoint is that Solana has a culture, and that's why it bounced back. The reason why I thought it was dead was because I did not realize how strong the Solana culture was. All I know is they like to attack me, but there were a lot of bots, especially stuff associated with Sam Bankman-Fried and some other things. So there were a lot of bots involved in Solana and a lot of those meme coin pumps and NFT pumps and things like that. My point is the culture of Solana combined with its name recognition, which makes it more easy for kind of traditional or newer investors or safer investors to get involved with a project, right? They would be more likely to get involved with something like Solana than they would something like even Avalanche. Avalanche doesn't have name recognition. Tron doesn't have name recognition outside of crypto. Some of y'all didn't even know it had been around forever until recently, right? The culture of Solana combined with a lot of the VC elements around it make it, I don't want to call it a safer pick, maybe a more solid pick, but I think when you look at the upside of where SUI can go, I think, look guys, it's got to have a pullback at some point, right? It's got to, I think. I don't think we're at parabolic stage yet, but certain projects, maybe it's going to be. And SUI has been killing it. Solana recently announced that they were going to be coming out with their own gaming system. They're feeling the heat from SUI? Possibly. And I do think that over the long term, I think that SUI is going to win over the long term. And why do I say that? It's the people that created Libra for Facebook. They split into Aptos and SUI, and SUI's, no hate to Aptos, but SUI's much, much, much further along. And it's very important when I'm telling you about Solana being the ADA of this cycle, the 2021 version of ADA. If Solana doesn't do things, which they say they're coming up with their upgrade, their mainnet, all this stuff, if it doesn't do what it says it's going to do, and it's not able to fix some of the problems, the speed compared to other things, because people don't have any idea. We were talking to the AKT team, the Akash network team, about some of the stuff that's coming with decentralized, usage needing to be able to render graphics and videos, or being able to use AI. People have no idea the amount of computer power that's going to need. We're going to need the power of an exploding planet to be able to time travel. That's what they do actually say. But anyways, I digress. So there's going to be such a huge need for networks like SUI, but there's going to be a huge need for speed. It's going to be super important. The numbers they talk about these days for speed, it doesn't make any sense to people because we don't need it yet. But when we need those transactions per second, which is coming, it's going to be extremely valuable. And SUI's already ahead of the game. They're there. They're tops. Boom. If Solana doesn't do some things to fix some of the problems it has, it runs the risk of ending up kind of like ADA is now in this cycle, where it's being forgotten, it's being left behind, people aren't using it. The usage is in Solana. It's still on Ethereum to some extent, but that's going to be going away too, I think. And I think that it's going to, obviously Ethereum is going to have a big fall at some point, but the institutions and the Biddle Fund and Ondo and tokenization, RWA and enterprise, it'll keep Ethereum alive. And because of the ETF stuff, it may keep it up there in terms of price, but it's not going to be there in terms of users. It's going to be like a snooty blockchain for people that have all day to wait. because they're not retail investors or uninformed investors like the rest of us. So, all right, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Which one? I think SUI's probably got higher upside. I think you need to wait for a pullback. I think Solana is a very solid pick. I love Solana. I think for this bull run, I love the culture. The culture is awesome. I think it's going to carry it very far. And I think Solana is going to pass Ethereum at some point, regardless of what happens. And it may happen in this cycle. It may happen in the next cycle. But watch for SUI to get right up there and compete with it. So, gun to my head, water gun to my head. I'm probably going to take SUI for the rest of this bull run just because I think it's going to climb to heights. Solana is so high up in market cap, I just don't think it can do the X's this week and do from here, but it's still going to be phenomenal. Look for it, $500-600. I think is very reasonable. I think expectation, if not a little bit higher. So let me know what you guys think about that. So yeah, be blessed. Good way out.